Ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived. Hey guys, what's going on? We are in what I'm sure many people would claim to be basically the main event of this run. The Water Temple. Let's get excited about this. Let's get excited about pause menus. Let's get excited about items that got moved to quick buttons later because they realized it made a whole lot more sense. Let's get excited to run through hallways several times because we got to backtrack through a few different things. Let's get excited about Fishwife. There's Fishwife. I don't think I ever consented to the marriage, but you know what? Here we are. And how long is it going to be before an enemy has to meet its maker? If you'll recall, so far only 2 areas in the game have required us to kill 1 enemy. Of course, none will be 0 because we have to go through the bosses, but so far 2 areas have only required 1 enemy. The Deku Tree with Goma and the Dead Hand at the bottom of the well. The Forest Temple is currently leading with 14 kills. Link, turn around, there's more to do in there. Thank you very much. Hey, sometimes I forget things. Let's see, however, where the Water Temple falls in the realm of how many enemies will have to fall by the wayside. I can tell you right now, the answer is a pretty good many. English good. And hey, look at that. It's a room with a key hidden behind enemies. Now, if you're anything like me or a normal person, you call these clams. Zelda calls them shell blades. Shell blades. You know, that sounds like one of those, I can't think offhand of what they're called, but when you can't think of a word and you just kind of make up something to fill the space where you're trying to figure it out, that's what that sounds like. It sounds like somebody looked at a clam, couldn't think what a clam is called, and went, there's a shell and it's kind of sharp like a blade. That's a shell blade. That's what that sounds like to me. Now, let me tell you, you will see that this video is about 20 minutes from the looks of things. Believe me, it was significantly longer before I got in here and started editing it down, as you can imagine. I've done as much as I can when it comes to removing some of the pointless walking around, some of the not pointless, but relatively pointless pushing of blocks, as best as I can. So I've done what I can to make this a much more pleasant viewing experience. Rooms like this, however, are just inevitable. Rooms where I gotta pause, put on boots, pause, take off boots, pause, put the boots back on, pause, equip the hook shot. You get the point. And believe me, everything that I'm editing out of here, that means there are simply no enemies in my way. The only thing that on occasion could be comparatively threatening are the blue tektites. But they are on the very top level. It takes them a long time to jump down here. A lot of times I didn't even see them. In other news though, how about this bloodbath, huh? A big room with a bunch of enemies that we have got to dispose of in order to get up there and get a key. That was 6 enemies in one room. I don't know if we've seen that many casualties in one room previous to now. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is, get around the gate, is the room in Jabu Jabu's belly with the parasitic tentacle and the 4 jellyfish. Gives me the jibblies just thinking about it. And now, in maybe the biggest twist of fate of this series so far, I don't forget the room where we met Rudo when the water is midway that we can swim up to, bomb this wall that you're going to see, and get the key behind there. I was so happy that for once I didn't forget that room, because you have no idea how many times, although maybe you do have an idea because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's had this problem, how many times I have gotten everything but that key and went, I'm stuck and I don't know what I've not done. Oh wait, what's this random room off to the side? Oh. It's happened more often than I'd like to admit. It's very easy to do in the Water Temple. That's the whole reason this temple is as infamous as it is. Yes, it's big. Yes, it's more complexly built than the other ones as far as raising and lowering the water and getting access to different rooms for that very reason. But really, on top of all that, it's because of how easy it is to miss something as simple as a key, which of course will halt all of your progress and require you to go, wait, what could I have missed? Many of the other dungeons are a little bit more linear when it comes to things like that. Like, if you hit a wall, you messed up in a room that the chest is just there and you forgot to open it. Very rarely can you full-on miss a room like that. Those keys are nothing. I'm not going to waste time showing myself hook-shotting up these stairs. Now we enter, well, entertainment for you guys. This is akin to that jellyfish room again for me. And I know what you're thinking. Why? What could be so problematic with this? Yes, there's blue Tektites, but they can't get to you unless you really mess up and hit this switch the wrong time or have a hard time hitting the switch or something like that. Well, you're half right. It's not the switch that's the problem. The switch. Ironically, the switch changes from red to blue. It has default Joy-Cons. Anyway, the problem is going to be at the top of the next statue. It's something I'd forgotten about until I got up there. And initially I could not remember how on earth, again, this isn't the first time I've tried this challenge. I could not remember for the life of me, though, how I got around this. Well, not the last switch shot, we're going to have one more. This guy's having a great time. You must be related to that slug from earlier. This game. Sometimes. This game. Anyway, we're going to get up here, hit the switch, and it's going to ascend us to the door leading to Dark Link. However, there's a welcoming committee of 2 Tektites. Not a big deal, I could work around that, but that like, however, that is a big deal. I'd rather not lose my shield and my tunic, but he is standing directly under where the hookshot target is for me to get above those spikes. So right now I'm trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to get over there. And I get pushed off by the Tektite. Okay. Well, let's go again for round 2 here. Thankfully the room is set up in the proper manner. I can just go ahead and redo the puzzle. That's no problem. Let's fast forward a little bit to our second attempt at this. Oh. They came down here to meet me. Okay, well this is a nightmare. How am I going to get out of this corner? Alright, just run, just run. Let's bring down the statue and I'll go up and I can get away from them that way. Oh no. Well, this is a new situation for me. Yeah, how many times can you say you've been knocked into this water? Again, maybe when you were younger, but probably not any time recently if you play this game off and on modernly. So, I'm looking for where they clearly included a ladder, right, or something for me to get back up. No, they didn't do that. They chose not to do that. But again, news to me. So now I'm starting to panic. Well, how do I get out of here? Well, that's when I remember. Okay, I can use the iron boots, and I can at least hit the bottom of hit the floor, you know, the bottom of the water here. And thankfully, they can't jump low enough. They jump into the water somewhat, but not too much. Now the problem is not killing these Tektites. Thankfully, I believe the hookshot just stuns them, but much like the slug and the bomb situation earlier, I'd rather not take any risks. I'm able to shoot the switch, the water rises, that means I get another crack at this. Now, if I was on my game, I would have switched to the Kokiri tunic here. When a like eats you, it will take whatever shield you have equipped, as long as it's not the mirror shield, I assume, actually, it's been a while. But it will also eat the tunic, unless it's the Kokiri tunic, because there's no program model for him to not have that tunic. I exit the door, come back in, that way we can reset the room from the hellscape that it was, and get another crack at this. This time, let's try Deku Nuts, that should help. Alright, we stunned the Tektites, and that thing is not phased by Deku Nuts. Well, YOLO. Oh gosh, get away from me. The Tektites don't let me breathe and I'm at a half heart. Now or never, and... Well, this only means one thing. Yay. So, is what it is, but the problem is, since that was a game over with a like, now I can't get my shield or my tunic back. Oh, but he spit me out that way last time, so he'll just spit me out towards the door. You know, y'all are being really helpful right now. Thanks. Well, whatever, I guess I'll just try again, and eventually he'll spit me out towards the door. I just hate that I have to take damage. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. Moving on. So, here's a fun situation. The Dark Link fight without a shield. Well, thankfully, there again, knowing what I know now, you mash B. You mash B a lot, and you point the stick at the bad guy. Not much more to write home about here. This is such a cool, again, as many things are in this game, you know, hindsight's 20/20. You take off the rose-colored lenses of, what's the word? I'm blanking on the word. Oh god, I'm blanking on the word. Thank god this fight is long and I have all the time in the world to think of the word. Nostalgia. There we go. There you go. You take off the nostalgia glasses and you see that this fight is nothing special at all. But as a kid, this thing ruled. It was hard as hell because I was a kid. But it ruled. Anybody else try to stab at him and have him jump on the Master Sword? That terrified me. It also made me go, this thing is lethal and is super cool. Another couple hits and we should be home free. But let's also take this time while we wait for the finishing blow here. Let's take some time to recount. We have had the 6 enemies in that one room. We've had Dark Link now. Technically speaking, we've had me. We're about halfway there to having a contender for the Forest Temple. I mean, if anybody was going to dethrone it other than maybe Ganon's Castle at the end of this, the Water Temple would be one of my front runners for that. Good news though, we now have the long shot. Which again, doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot in a run like this, but it at least means we get a little more maneuverability, we reach places we couldn't reach prior, and it's going to come in pretty handy later on, especially in Ganon's Castle. For the present time, here's our new conundrum. Water Temple without the Zora Tunic. Well, thankfully not the first time I've had to deal with this. Again, Zelda Randomizer sometimes makes you do things you wouldn't normally do, and this is one of those cases. Here's a problem. I don't know where the room is I want to go into. It's over here. I've got 20 seconds. Hopefully post-production me will cue up some Sonic the Hedgehog drowning music here because god it's appropriate. 10 seconds. Well, it is what it is. Hey, get that out of here. Nope, nope, nope. Not 2 in 1 video. Not 2 in 1 video. We barely made it. Thankfully, as long as you have... The only reason that was as hard as it was because I'm at about half health. If you have enough hearts, it's really not that unfeasible to complete this dungeon without the Zora Tunic. And I didn't go buy another one. 1, I didn't feel like wasting time on my end to go get one. And 2, this is the only area it's required in. Well, this and the Gerudo Training Ground, but we're not going to touch the Gerudo Training Ground because I don't need ice arrows. The only thing I could need ice arrows for is freezing Bongo's hands. Not going to need to do that. Not going to waste time with that. So we just move on. Without the Zora Tunic, it's fine. I don't need it. Although I am sad I don't get to wear my blue tunic now at the end of the game. Oh well, aesthetic be damned. Oh god, this looks like the room of my nightmares, right? 6 Tektites, especially after that other room. Well, thankfully, these aren't as poorly placed as they may seem. In all actuality, this room's not bad. The next one, however, is a little bit frantic. Also, I just got crushed by a rock. JK, we're good. Okay, no we're not. Well, barring those couple of scratches, we now move on to a room that is ironically probably one of my most hated rooms in the game. Because, again, this is akin to giving me a White Wolf late in the game. Why? Why does this room exist? It's a sliding block puzzle in, like, the 5th dungeon we're doing. If we don't know how to sliding block puzzle by now, what good are we, you know? Now, the caveat is, in this case, since we're trying not to kill enemies, the stingers in the water are not friendly at all. And there's 2 problems to that. 1, they're going to be popping out of the water every now and again to say hello to me. And 2, with these walls, I need to try to avoid them getting themselves blown up and ruining my low kill count. And there's one of their love taps right there. And of course the other problem that's compounding this is I don't have a shield. So I can't just sit in the corner like I originally tried to there, not thinking about it. I can't even just sit in the corner and block them because I don't have a shield to block them with. If only that Deku shield hadn't rotted in the 7 years I was stuck in frozen time, suspended animation. The good news is the room itself isn't difficult. Again, it's just a matter of trying to get this block around while dealing with the stingers popping out and saying hi to me on occasion. It's funny too, the first room you see the stingers in Lord Jabu Jabu's belly, they didn't mess with me at all. In this room, they're not taking any prisoners. I think they know they didn't make the cut for Majora's Mask, so they're getting what they can now. Thankfully, I get the block in a position where I could just get behind and push it in one direction, so I don't have to worry about the stingers as much now. It's not like I have to walk around the block 2 different ways. The problem is, they are going to be able to get to me now. And there they go. And now the 3 hearts are a little bit scary. Just a little bit longer. Oh, okay. That one said no, and I'm pretty sure we crushed one under the block. Again, not my fault, not taking the blame for that one. Okay, well, we're now done with stingers. Okay, we're now done with stingers. Moving on. What a jerk. And of course, now we get to enjoy the subtle beeping of low health. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? I said the stingers are one of my favorite enemies in the game, and now they do this to me. Oh no. Well, this is terrifying. Oh no. I said not twice in one video. Not twice in one video. Okay, half a heart. I can't take another hit from these Tech-Tykes. Deku Nut, Pocket Sand, whatever. Get me out of here. Oh, of course. Okay, well now we gotta get up here. No, 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 no. Okay. Everything's fine now. They're stuck down there. I'm up here. That was terrifying. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, doesn't matter. I'll still be able to work my way around the dungeon. I'll be able to get back here. But for the sake of humility, come on, I don't want to lose twice in one game. There is a Shell Blade down here, otherwise I'd be skipping right to Morpha, but we do need to avoid him, especially at half a heart. But, joke's on the game. I know what's in the jars in here. You can't fool me. I know there's not arrows or magic in there. First of all, give me this key. I nearly gave my life for it. Second of all, give me this fairy. Third of all, give me this fairy. I want full health. Now, if only I could, you know, shoot beams out of my sword, but whatever. Now, of course, what's the cherry on top to this whole situation right now? I almost got killed by stingers. I almost got killed by Tech-Tykes. I probably somehow would almost get killed by these blades, but I somehow managed to dodge them for once. And now I'm going to fight Morpha. Who here knows how Morpha goes? Because if you don't, you're about to find out, and there's not a whole lot to say. Step 1, leave platform. Step 2, get into corner. Step 3, go fishing for Morpha. Step 4, destruction. Well, wasn't that fun? So after nearly dying to some of the most rudimentary enemies in the game, we face the boss and kill it in like 12 seconds. You know, such is life. You know, you take the good, you take the bad. Forrest Gump quote about chocolates. You just never know. Thankfully, we're done with the water temple now. And now we get to a lot of people's favorite dungeon, I think. I'm going to go ahead and leave in me getting the fire arrows here just as a send-off. But next time, we're going to the Shadow Temple. Shadow Temple is relatively short, should be rather quick for us. Shadow Temple, Gerudo's fortress coming down the pike, which will probably be a little bit more, I don't know about exciting per se, but a little bit more interesting than some people may think because of another caveat I put on myself to do the fortress. From there, the Spirit Temple, and then we finally have our date with Destiny against Ganondorf. I will see you all next time in the Shadow Temple. Have a good one.